Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we've transferred from all over the different areas. And Gene Smith.
We covered it all.
We do that on this show as we near our 23rd year on the air. And this is First Saturday, which means what we call them, the Brother Darrell and Darrell Show. That is,
yes,
Gene,
it is.
Gene Smith in studio and Dave Gabbert in what he says is Florida. The name of this place he's at is in Fanning Springs, Florida, at the Otto Springs Campground.
Otter.
Oh,
not Otto.
Yeah,
Otter.
I got Otto here.
Otter.
Otto used to own it, you know.
Yeah,
but
he did. He sold out.
He sold out and everything. But I thought he said Fatty Springs at first, but no. Hey, one of my favorite places, and we talk a lot on this show, Outdoors with Larry Ray, over the past several years with our good friend Thom Benson. He's the VP, Chief Communications and Marketing Officer for the Tennessee Aquarium and the IMAX Theater in Chattanooga. And they've got something new all the time. It seems like things are popping up, but this one is really cool. Just opened up on March the 1st, called the Ridges to Rivers. And we got Thom on the line with us to maybe explain what this new huge display is in the aquarium. Good morning, Thom.
Good morning, guys.
Let's hear about it, Thom.
Morning.
Talk about this because you've been there a few years and different things. This sounds like this has got to be a must-see from people's bucket list now.
Yeah, I think it's a must-see for a lot of your listeners because anybody who loves to get out and go fishing and knows a little bit about how many fish we have in the Southeast is really going to be thrilled by this. To take a step back, I think that a lot of people think you have to go to a coral reef or go off the coast of Florida to see colorful fish and beautiful fish, but we are very fortunate here in Tennessee and in the Southeast to have an abundance of very vibrant and super colorful fish that live in our waters. And most people don't go snorkeling in freshwater streams, so they don't know that they exist. And so the Ridges to Rivers Gallery at the Tennessee Aquarium gives people kind of a snorkeler's view of some of these spectacular species that live right here in our state.
And so you've taken the old Discovery Hall and inserted this new exhibit, which is the gallery's largest, you tell me, with 24 kinds of fish. This thing is pretty big, so give us a visual expression of what this gallery looks like.
Yeah, when you first enter the gallery, the first exhibit that you will see sort of replicates the Conasauga River, which is over in the Cherokee National Forest along the Tennessee-Georgia border.
Yes.
It's one of the most biodiverse streams in the Southeast. It has about 56 species of fish. And in this exhibit, Larry, every about 5 to 7 minutes, you're going to hear a crack of thunder and see a flash of lightning as the lighting gets darker, like clouds are building. And then there'll be some downpours in this exhibit. And below that, there are fish that are swimming around, like the rainbow shiner, and absolutely spectacular fish and a number of other fish that are down there. But really, it's our climate and our weather, our geographic location, and our geography that produces all of these different types of habitats that are favorable for all of the fish and turtles and mussels and salamanders that we have in the Southeast. So it's an important message. The next exhibit you see, probably one of the first fish that most of your listeners ever caught, long-ear sunfish, they're absolutely dazzling, are in a pop-up exhibit. So kids and folks can kind of come up in the middle of this and feel like they're snorkeling with long-ear sunfish. And I'll tell you, those guys are colored up right now and are absolutely dazzling. And then the stream exhibit that you were talking about, we've replicated a rushing mountain stream that stretches for about 30 feet, and it has 24 different species of stream fish that are in there. Yeah. Super colorful fish.
Amazing. And this, how long did it take to get this exhibit together, Thom? I mean,
it's about a 2-year process. We start going through the idea generation phase. We start with sketches. Our exhibits manager creates a scale model with clay, actually sculpts it by hand, and then that model is used by the architects. They actually scan the model and create the blueprints for that. We come up with 3 processes. You look at the space that you have available. You want to know how much room you have to have for life support systems. In the case of that mountain stream, you not only have to have pumps and pipes and filters, but you also have to have chillers because you need to keep that water cool like it's a mountain stream, and all the chemistry has to be right. And then you start thinking about, okay, we've taken care of everything that the animals need. Now how can we make it a great experience for our guests and give them that face-to-face view of these beautiful fish?
And I understand the newly renamed Sturgeon Bend exhibit is 3 times the size of the previous Touch experience. I can remember that, and features a more open design. I mean, that just I'm trying to visualize that with the massive bronze sculpture of a lake sturgeon.
Yep.
Amazing, you know.
Yeah,
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
The sturgeon sculpture would replicate a sturgeon that's about 50 years of age, so it's about 5 feet in length.
Wow.
It's sturdy enough for kids to climb on it and pose for pictures.
Oh, wow.
And then if you can imagine kind of a kidney bean-shaped touch pool for the guests, that's where the sturgeon live, and we'll have a guest services person or an educator there talking to guests about the lake sturgeon and telling them about how the Conservation Institute's been working with TWRA and a lot of other folks to reestablish and reintroduce the population of sturgeon to the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers. And since the program began, the Saving the Sturgeon program, more than 20 years ago, we've put back 330,000 lake sturgeon in the Tennessee River. So some of your listeners may have caught a lake sturgeon, and if they do, they're still considered state endangered, so it's catch and release only. But please take a quick picture of that and get a measurement and send that information into TWRA. They'll send you a certificate saying I caught a lake sturgeon, but that information helps our biologists and TWRA track the progress of how successful this reintroduction program has been.
And those fish can get big. I mean, we're talking about a big fish. And, again, we're talking to Thom Benson, VP Chief Communications and Marketing Officer for our good friends at the Tennessee Aquarium and the IMAX Theater. Now, the aquarium's been in how many years now since it's opened?
Yep, we just celebrated our 30th anniversary last May, so we're coming up on 31.
Yes.
And and we try to do these bigger exhibits like this every 2 years or so to keep the experience fresh and exciting for our guests. But there's also a lot of smaller exhibits that get changed, and in fact, brand new ones come online all the time. So hopefully, if you came last summer, you'll see a number of things that you didn't see, including the Register Rivers Gallery.
All right. Well, tell our listeners how they can get information and get tickets to the aquarium and basic hours and things like that.
Yeah, we invite everybody to follow us on Facebook because we have all kinds of fun updates about our animals and exhibits, or go to our website. That's tnaqua.org.
That's it. That's Thom Benson. Tom, thank you, man. Always appreciate you've helped me out over the years, and we'll continue that relationship. Okay, Tom? All right.
Thank you.
Just give me notice when you're going to retire, Tom, because I gotta have a lot of time to get prepared for whoever tries to replace you. Okay.
Well, we need to have you come over here sometime, and we'll go fishing.
There you go.
Hey, I may come right after. Can I bring my gallbladder with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I hear it's good bait.
It's good bait. Yeah. All right, Tom. Thank you, man. Have a great weekend. We'll talk. All right. All right. Thank you. Thom Benson.
You can save the stones. The little stone rollers will roll them.
Well, yeah. He said I do have some gallstones too, but I hadn't brought that up, because I don't want to get in.
My mother kept hers in a jar.
Really?
Yeah, the biggest marbles.
Biggest marble. I don't even think about that. They can't come out them little incisions. I don't think. The last time I had something taken out, it was a year ago, February 28th, and I did not have a good time with it.
Yeah, you took Miriam out.
Huh?
You took Miriam out.
I took him out. Yeah, I took her out. Yeah. All right, give me another one.
Okay. You know how you fix a tuba?
How you fix a tuba?
You use a tuba glue.
A tuba glue. Okay. All right. That sounds pretty good.
Also, you know how prisoners talk to each other?
He's on a roll now. Hang on, folks.
You know how prisoners talk to each other in the cell? They use cell phones.
And how many? What? Say that one again.
How prisoners talk to each other.
How do printers talk to each other?
Prisoners.
Prisoners. How do prisoners talk to each other
in jail? They use cell phones.
Oh, they use cell phones. Okay, yeah, that was. Is that in the book, or is that one you just came to?
That's one in the book.
You gave. Oh, I thought you gave up on the book.
I did. I give up.
Yeah, he didn't give that. I mean,
you know why Mary was so short?
Why was Mary so short?
She had short legs.
She had short legs. Okay. Dave, help me out now. He's on a roll right now. I hate to
We're talking about Dennis a while ago. Remember the Three Stooges? I yank and you pull.
Oh, me, Dave. We got to get you back in the studio, Dave, sometime.
Yeah, I went to the doctor today. He said he examined me for $20. I said, if you find it, I'll split it with you.
Oh. How much time do we have now in this segment? Okay, we got 2 more minutes. Help me, Dave. Come up with something intelligent.
Dave.
Help me.
Open the door a couple times.
Oh, is that a pun too?
No.
He's looking at the book again, folks. I wish we could we get our podcast going and get Gene Smith looking at pretty good joke book. He's finding one right now. I can see his ears are twitching.
This is an old one.
All right, here it goes.
The old saying, the early bird gets the worm?
Yeah.
But it's the second mouse that gets the cheese.
It's the second mouse that gets the cheese.
Yeah, the first one gets zapped.
That's an old one.
I know that's an old one.
That's a real one. I feel sorry for that first one.
That's right.
At the wild game suppers you've been attending, they still cook a lot of wild game?
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
We had bear and reindeer and otter and all sorts of things at Piperton out there. Yeah. And these were actually caught and killed, of course.
They had
harvested.
They had a lot of food and still left over.
They did, yeah. But no, they're back, which I'm glad to see. Big crowds and.
I didn't see Ty Inman. Did you see Ty Inman there?
No, I didn't see Ty.
That was his church, I thought.
No, that's not his church.
He's not.
No, that's not his church. I don't. No, he's a Church of Christ. No.
Oh, okay.
That was Baptist. All right. Let's take a break. Then we're going to have a surprise guest, and even Shelby doesn't know that. As we close out today's show on Outdoors with Larry Ray, I can't wait. We'll be right back.